Jordan's the only correct answer. I'm sorry. That's just a delusional take, you know? LeBron is the GOAT by far. Le GOAT. He's Le GOAT. Okay, did you vote Trump?
I did
Why'd you do that?
3 times.
And why did you vote for Donald Trump a third time? Alaska, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you so much, Canada. Thank you.
Huh?
Yeah, why'd you vote Trump?
Because he's better than anything you fucking guys put up.
Well, I mean, I can point at multiple things that Kamala
Well,
Harris did better than Donald Trump. Would you like me to point at some of those?
oh, we're ready? Hold on. Say this, right? So I can also play at the same time your response, Dean's response, Harry's response, Chris Mowry's response, and now you guys got two other dudes you're bringing into your circle.
Who?
I don't know. You got this fat dude with a beard. You're
So,
bringing him into the circle, right?
so like the fact that you describe Matt in that way just shows me how insane of a person you are.
Did I say Matt? Did I say Matt?
No, I know exactly. You said who has a beard. None of my friends have a beard except for Matt. So, I'm sorry.
So you think Matt's fat?
He has a beard, dipshit. I just told you. He has a
And
beard.
he's also fat, I guess, right?
So the way that you're describing him that way, I think that's super fucked up for you to literally come up here and do that, Mike. Literally, like instead of addressing anything I've brought up, I wasn't rude to you at all. That's what you decided to do, is be rude to one of my friends. I didn't do anything to you yet. Do you want me to be rude to you, Mike? Because don't even get me started, bro. Like the beer belly on you has got to be insane. Sandy, think of it $20. Thank you so much, Sandy. Give me some W's for Sandy in the comments. Thank you so much, Sandy. Mike, do you have a Facebook?
Huh?
Do you have a Facebook?
No.
Do you have any other social media?
No, just this one.
Just this one? This one? Do you have any videos of yourself on the internet?
No, I have one video here.
You have one video of yourself?
It's no, it's just me laughing at Family Guy making fun of Taylor Swift.
Okay.
That's it.
So, instead of again, you can't even turn your camera on because you don't have enough followers. But why did you decide to come up here and do that? What was the point? I wasn't rude to you. I wasn't mean to you.
Wow.
How am I a clown?
You're paid by the DNC.
Mm-hmm.
You know you're paid by the DNC.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why you, Harry, Chris, Dean are the whole reason why the DNC will never ever win another fucking election. You guys are fucking trash. You're just like, you're what, 21 years old?
I'm 22 years old.
22. And you're going to sit here and tell people who are 30 years older than you, 20 years older than you, that they're wrong. They have a lived life experience. You haven't had one experience in your life where you think you could sit here on this platform and tell people you know better than them.
Mike, you know there are people older than you, right? How are you going to tell them that they're wrong?
The only people older than me right now are in Congress.
Okay. How are you going to tell Joe Biden he's wrong? He's older than you.
Because he was fucking wrong.
Okay, Mike. How many? Mike. Real question. How many beers?
4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. How many have you had?
Son, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much for here's your stipend from the DNC. Thank you, comrade. 0.
That's the whole reason why you do this.
I'm gonna need a few blinkers though. You said that's the whole reason I do this. You think I only do this for money?
The whole reason why you do this is for the money.
Okay, Mike. Why did I do this for years without any money?
You're not a real genuine human being. Everything about you is
I'm not a real human being. Okay. Mike.
You're not a genuinely good human being.
You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You think I'm a bad human being? I don't care. Okay.
You're a bad person.
Why am I a bad person?
Because you are paid to just
Elise, thank you
pump
for $3. Thank you.
out.
Iridium, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much.
Ready, look.
Who am I paid by? Mike, who am I paid by?
Just DNC in a roundabout way. Don't say you're not.
How do you know that I'm paid by the DNC?
Because listen, you what? Pallet management? You work for pallet management?
No, I'm not even signed with Pallet, but if I was signed with Pallet, would that mean I'm paid by the DNC?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that mean I'm paid by the DNC?
Because the DNC roundabout pays you guys
No.
through
Harry's been signed with Pallet for a while, and Harry's not been paid by the DNC.
You're sticking up for Harry.
Yeah, he's one of my friends.
It's time you went out on your own.
What? I have friends?
Be your own man.
I am a grown man. I'm a grown man with friends.
Be a grown man and go out on your own.
I am on my own.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I do have an amazing and beautiful girlfriend.
What?
Kat, thank you for the $20 from the DNC funding. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate the $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you for the $10. Thank you. David, thank you for the $10 for being a genuinely awful human being. Reagan, thank you for the $20 for more money from the DNC. Thank you so much. Tiffany, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Danielle, thank you so much for the $100. Thank you so much. This guy's a poet. I watch you every night. Give me some W's for Danielle for the $100 on Cash App. Thank you so much.
$100, yeah.
And V, thank you for the $5 from
Fleecing
Canada.
my followers, yeah.
Hey, Mike.
I'm fleecing my followers, yeah.
Mike, are you single?
No, I'm married. Got 2 kids.
How do they deal with you every day?
We live a great life. My kids are Republicans.
Victoria, thank you for the $2, and Carter, thank you for the $2.
Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $20.
Do your kids love you? J-Dubs, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much from the DNC.
I'm the best dad they will ever see in their lives.
Really? I bet if they scrolled on their For You page and saw you belligerently screaming on the live, they probably wouldn't think that.
I think my kids would turn around and go, Parker's a fucking dick.
Why so?
Because you're a paid troll.
You have no...
You don't believe half the shit you say.
How do you know that?
I know it for a fact. There's no fucking way.
And what makes you think that?
No way you believe half the shit you say.
What makes you think that? Just because you disagree with me? Is that it?
No, not that I just disagree with you, because everything you say is fucking retarded.
Oh, you're going to use a slur? Get the fuck off my live, you weirdo. Nothing I say is wrong, by the way. He just literally is just insane. Larissa, thank you so much for the $20. Please some W's for Larissa in the comment section for the $20. Thank you so much, Larissa. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Larissa. So I'm the rude one. Yeah, he's the one who uses the R slur. Crazy. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Mike, thank you for the $5.
57.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, it's me, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I just came to let you know that if you don't feel...
Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Fuck you, Parker. Parker's a bitch.
They were like 12 years old, dude. Imagine that's what your kid's doing at 10 p.m. 10:30 p.m. That kid's probably Eastern time. 10:30 p.m. Your kid is upstairs, not going to sleep. It's past bedtime. They're on TikTok live, saying that on Parker Get a Jobs live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, 19.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not. Good shit, Parker. Good shit.
Appreciate you. Unbelievable. This is like, dude, you know what I was doing past my bedtime when I was a kid? I was playing my Nintendo. I'm playing Pokemon. Charles, think of the $5 or Super Mario Bros, you know? Yo, what's the how old are you? That's what I was doing as a kid. I was underneath the sheets, hiding It was so hot underneath the sheets because I would sit underneath the sheets for so long playing on my little DS, hoping my mom didn't hear that I was playing. Every breath I take, I thought was so loud. And I thought my mom would find me underneath the blanket, still awake. And then I get my Nintendo taken away from me.
Fuck you, Parker.
All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Here's the how old are you?
Hi.
Did you vote Trump?
No, I'm not American.
Yeah, I don't think we have debates. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. If you're on YouTube, do make sure to like the stream, everyone. It will help get out to more people. Let's try to get to 1,500 likes, everyone. 1,500 likes. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Hey, Jade, are you
Sorry,
there?
I came up. You're awesome.
Oh, appreciate you, Jade. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah.
Are you on this account now? The only reason I'm on this account, everyone, is because I am banned on every single one of my accounts. Every single one of my accounts. All right, let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hey, Alan, in the chat, who said I got banned for botting. Can you send a guest request? Because it doesn't let me invite you for some reason. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Did you vote Trump? Okay. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. So please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump, everyone. I don't think we have much debates, everyone. Type MAGA in the comment section if you did vote Trump, everyone, and you want to debate. Samuel, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Agent from the DNC, you got to stop destroying MAGA so much they're starting to catch on. Parker, have you watched Severance? Just started Severance today. Because we finished, Marge and I finished Fear. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, man. Why do you have that saved on your device? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
You said how old?
21.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
By the way, Harry should be live in like an hour or so, so we'll be able to play. We'll be able to join him then. So, why did you vote for Donald Trump?
He's a great businessman, and his energy.
Can you name one good businessman that has 6 bankruptcies?
Trump.
Obviously, I mean other than Trump.
No.
You can't? Are you trolling?
No.
Okay. So then why would you say that he's a good businessman if he has so many bankruptcies based upon a company and businesses that he inherited?
Because he never quit.
What? What do you mean?
He never quit.
What about that?
He was near a bankruptcy many times, but he never quit. He never said, "Oh, I'm bankrupt now. Let me just
No, he's been bankrupt 6 times.
Yeah, and then he kept going. He made it back. He found a way. That's what I like about him. He's persistent. That's all.
So you don't think 6 bankruptcies is like a bad thing?
Not if you come back from it, right?
No.
If you go through 6 bankruptcies and that's just where your story ends, then yeah, that's a terrible thing. But he came back every time. You know?
Okay. Do you think that he would have ever gotten to that position in the first place if he didn't have money from his daddy?
It's a good question. You'd probably have to ask him. I don't know.
Okay. So if you don't know that, then how can you say he's a good businessman?
Just look at what he's done. You don't have to do everything from scratch like day one just to be.
Not only did he bankrupt businesses 6 times, but he also was bankrupting the country. 8.4 trillion overall debt-related spending signed into law, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related.
I'm gonna cut the debt this year, so it doesn't really matter.
They're not cutting the. How much do you think they cut the debt?
Have you heard of the gold card?
Yeah, I have.
Well, there you go.
That's not going to cut the debt.
Maybe.
How much revenue is that going to generate? Noah, think of the $5. Thank you so much. Use this to go buy some more bots.
Trillion.
Yeah, I know, right? My check must have bounced in, all right? And Shanika, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Shanika in the comment section. Thank you so much. My husband and I have watched you for a while, but I've never donated. Have never commented or donated. But we are subscribed. Definitely deserve this. Yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Give me some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Love the DNC payment. W's. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, I think if you really want to attempt to defeat Trump, I mean, first of all, it's too late. Just I'm speaking like what I actually believe right now. I think
Why do you think it's too late?
because he's in, man. He's in his second term. You know, he's there, and it's for another 4 years. So I think what you could really do is.
I want to let you know, like, the ideology that comes from him in the Republican Party is also going to be important to fight against. So if I'm fighting against this right now, that's going to be fighting against the future of the Republican Party. So that's why I'm doing these lives, is to continue talking about politics so that people continue to stay informed, continue to stay up to date, and can hold our politicians accountable. So inevitably speaking, we have less of a chance in which there would be a person like Trump getting into a position of power where they can hurt people.
Yeah, I mean,
Victoria, I think of the $5. Thank you so much.
Every right to do that. I appreciate. I've spoken to Dean as well. I'll say this: you handled it a bit better. I feel like I'm not going to criticize. I'm not saying that like critiquing way. Just from my experience talking to both of you now, I feel like you're pretty good at just keeping it chill, whereas Dean can get a little more. It's harder to get through on certain things. I think you get what I'm saying though. Like, he's there now, right? And people fell in love with him because of his energy. It's hard to beat. The guy has put his.
That's vibes. That's not facts. That's feelings.
You're right. And that's part of the human nature.
Okay. So then couldn't I just use feelings to dispute what you're saying?
Yeah, and I think you guys have done that already. A lot. It's part of your method, which is a good method. You're trying to combat his attempts with the same kind of strategy, in a sense. But it's hard to beat because he's so massive.
Is there a way you could fix your audio? There's a little bit like a sort of noise.
I'm not sure. Is it better?
I think it's better now.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'll grab it.
Solus, I have a question. Can you name me one Donald Trump economic policy that you like of his?
One economic policy that I like of his. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing. Got nothing.
You got nothing?
But they're definitely out there. They're definitely out there. I don't know them personally, but they're there. They gotta be. You know, because he ran it for 4 years and it didn't die, right? So something must have happened. Like, Chad, am I right? Something had to have been done. Like, there's got to be something. Like, trust me, bro. There's got to be. Parker, you got to know. That must.
Thank you for the dollar.
That's like a rhetorical question, I guess you're asking me.
Okay. Trust me, please. Please. Trust me. Is that really your source? Feelings? You just feel like it? Because I can say trust me the other way.
All I know is this gold card's about to come, and it's GG's.
Geneva, thank you for the dollar. Thank you so much. And Janine with the $60 on Cash App. Can we get some fucking W's for Janine in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Janine, for the $60 on Cash App. Thank you so much. This is incredibly fucking nice of you. Thank you so much. Get W's for Janine in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Seriously, W's for Janine in the comments, everyone. W's for Janine. And then Solus, I got more for you. Can you name me a border policy of Donald Trump's? Fuck a healthcare policy. What about a childcare policy? What about a housing affordability policy?
Didn't he just sign one for the border?
Which one?
Something about like more troops. I don't know if it's a policy. So
you reference so the quote unquote more troops. We got more troops under Biden, and that was without the threat of tariffs.
Mm-hmm. And how's that wall going?
You let me know. How's it going? Sounds like he was gonna make Mexico pay for it, but that didn't happen, seemingly. Nid, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10. Ashley, thank you for the dollar. You've got concepts of a plan.
He's an off the cuff kind of guy. That's kind of what I'm seeing.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think the best is yet to come.
What do you mean?
I think Trump's the kind of guy who needs to try something first, see how it goes, and he's actually admitted.
I did. Thank you so much, Neve. I did. Thank you.
It didn't go the best in his first term, but he's back now, and he's on a mission. You know.
Well, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. I might be dropping them soon. You said he's the best to do what?
No, I'm saying like he needed it's like I guess you call it like experience, right? You need experience one time to really understand.
Only once, I think.
What you want to do. Because what he's trying to do is really just shake it up, right? He's trying to fuck shit up.
He's trying to fuck shit up? You mean like fuck up the economy?
Fuck up the government.
How's he gonna do that?
I mean, I think you're seeing it. I think you got Musk who's draining the
so to clarify, you want the government to be fucked up?
Yeah.
Are you stupid?
I think it's necessary.
Okay.
I think it's a risk. I'm not stupid. I'm risky. There's a difference.
What are you risking it for?
A chance at a better society.
How would there be a better society?
Economically. Emotionally.
Really? Economically? Economists pretty much across the board agree that Donald Trump's tariffs would be bad for the economy. Okay.
Yeah,
if you know anything about economics, you would know that Donald Trump's policies are not good for the state of the economy. Okay. The fact that you argue economics when relating to Donald Trump shows me, one, you know nothing about economics, and two, right, you are easily propagandized into a narrative just based upon vibes.
It's Trump's vibes. So there's a difference. Okay, you can't just disrespect.
You're totally trolling.
I'm not. I swear to God.
Okay, and you're in a cult.
I'm in a cult.
Mm-hmm. What state do you live in?
New York.
And what's the capital of New York?
New York. Albany. I haven't been here a long time, all right? You guys
Okay, bud.
relax,
Okay.
guys. That doesn't matter, though, bro.
What time is it?
It's 10:42.
Okay. What's your governor's name?
I have no clue.
Name one of your senators.
Oh, I know that guy, that one fat guy. Who's that guy? The guy who Trump was making
Ethan
fun
AC,
of.
thank you for $6.66.
That's a cool
And
dude.
I also know that you should be in the comment section and not my live. Ha ha ha. Fuck you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Did you vote? Hello, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Are you driving?
No. Yeah, my Bluetooth. I am driving, actually.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25. Why you dodging Myron's challenge? You only debate retards online. It's terrible.
Using the
what
R
fuck
slur is
wrong?
crazy. One. Two, Myron never even invited me to debate him. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I did not mean to come up. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Don't worry. Let's get this next person up here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live, everyone. Just letting everyone know we are now at, 1,300 likes for the YouTube stream. Try to get to 1,500 real quick, y'all. We're super close. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
35.
What state do you live in?
I'm not from the US.
Okay. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live, everyone, and we'll hope to get it out to more people. All right. Let's get this next individual up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. What's up? How old are you?
24.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Why'd you do that?
I talked to you yesterday with Harry about NCAA football 25.
I'm sorry. Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot. We are just looking for some debates, but we appreciate you. We appreciate you a lot. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
30.
Did you vote Trump?
Absolutely.
Why so?
Because he doesn't have men wearing dresses that are butt fucking in Congress.
Okay, so you're transphobic and you're homophobic.
Why am I transphobic? Because I don't like men butt fucking in the Congress. That's not transphobic. That's inappropriate. You think that's appropriate? That's fucking
I have
weird.
a question. What's wrong with two
That's
consenting?
weird.
What's wrong with two consenting men engaging in intercourse?
In the middle of Congress?
When did that happen?
In the Capitol?
When did that happen?
That happened under the Biden administration, dude.
When did they have sex in the Capitol?
You are unaware, bro.
Midway, who had sex in the?
Two staffers were caught
Really? Where'd you see this?
on the news. Obviously, it's amazing. Someone who has never had a job debating economics, debating politics. You're not unaware, and you approve of two grown men butt fucking in the fucking
there's
Congress.
nothing wrong. There's one. I
In
didn't see it was
Congress,
in the
in
middle
public.
of. Obviously,
In
I would not
public.
support. Obviously, I do not
In
support.
public. What a fucking joke. Dude, get a job, leave economics up to the grown people. Hey, do me a favor. What's the definition of a continent?
Yeah, so I don't support public indecency. Now, I think your issue with it is not the public indecency. I think your issue is the fact that they're having gay sex. So, Midway, can I ask you a question?
What's the definition of a continent?
Midway, can I ask you a question?
What's the definition of a continent?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. You're
It'd be like a large
moron.
landmass. Okay.
You're a fucking moron.
Do you want to?
You absolutely have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
What?
What a fucking retard.
Already using the R slur is crazy. Literally, it's just like yapping and has no argument against me. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
64. I talked to you before. How you doing?
Did we already talk about this?
Did what?
Did we already talk about this?
Talk about what?
Like Trump.
No.
Oh, didn't you just say we had talked already?
Not today. What's your opinion on?
Not today. Okay. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
24.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes, sir.
Why so?
Cause you're a fag.
You're fucked up for using slurs. You're really fucked up. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Appreciate the hand art, thank you. All right, let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's get this next person up here. Please, everyone, only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, I appreciate the confetti. Thank you, thank you. If you're on YouTube, everyone, go make sure to like the stream. If you're on TikTok, you can tap the screen to try to get up to 500,000 likes, everyone. I'm going to be on this account for the next few days here because I am banned on every single one of my... Actually, tomorrow I should be back on my third account. Never mind. So you can follow Matt here. Matt is letting you use his account for the meantime. Also, go make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube, everyone. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, y'all. Insane. Yo, what's up, how old are you? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Hello? All right, I appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much. Let's get this next individual up here. Again, everyone, please only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
I am 19 years old.
Appreciate the meerkat. Did you vote Trump for Donald Trump?
I didn't, but I would have voted for Trump, yes.
Okay. Why would you have voted for Donald Trump?
Why would I vote for Donald Trump?
You said you're how old again?
Did you see like how... did you see the other candidates?
You said you're how old?
Did you see?
You said you're how old? Oh, wait.
I'm 19.
Yeah, they were just on the live? Okay. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 42.
Did you vote Trump?
I'm Canadian.
Nice. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates. If you're on TikTok here, make sure you go to my YouTube channel, y'all. We're almost 2,400 people. 2,400 people. We have 1,400 likes. Everyone's trying to get to 1,500. We're so close. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh my god, Parker, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to join. I was just here if you needed help.
You're good. Don't worry. You're good. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, ew, but it's my birthday tomorrow. Can you just say happy birthday, please?
Happy birthday. Absolutely. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
Because you're a fucking faggot, you fucking faggot ass.
What is wrong with you? You shouldn't do that. That's really fucked up. Do you prefer us on TikTok or YouTube? It's whatever you prefer, but YouTube obviously I think is better, honestly. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I am 35.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I just want to ask one question. Meaning,
I appreciate you. Just letting everyone know, like, the cool thing about YouTube is that each view technically counts for monetization, whereas for TikTok, it doesn't pay for monetization at all. That's really like the only difference, and then also like the quality difference for the viewer. That's practically it. Yo, what's up? Oh, let's go to the next person. YouTube pays for per views. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
32.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
I have multiple reasons. First, I want to apologize for the other Trump supporters or voters that are using slurs and childish names and coming to this channel and embarrassing any decent person. I mean, whichever way you voted, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. So why did you vote for Donald Trump?
I believe monetarily the country, the spending under Biden administration, I mean, just to start with Ukraine, it is ridiculous in my opinion. The money we are sending overseas to Ukraine, it makes zero sense, especially the pickle we're in. And then if you want to pivot, I mean, you could go on to the amount of illegals that the Biden administration was busing in. Now, I'm all for immigrants. You know, the way the Biden administration was, the numbers they were bringing illegals into the country and putting them up doesn't make sense unless you're trying to bring in votes.
Okay, well, there's a few things I have here.
Sure.
If they're undocumented immigrants, they don't qualify to vote, so that wouldn't be possible.
They do count for the caucus, right or wrong.
You're saying for the electoral college?
Yeah. Yes, correct.
But then they also go into red states, so then you'd have to say proportionally immigrants are going into Democratic states more, which it doesn't really seem like you have evidence for. And then thirdly, we
look
can
up the states that the hotels they were put in. I mean, I would say,
okay. Well, if you're referencing
speaking,
hotels that people are put in, you're referencing people who are going through the legal asylum process.
Okay, well, maybe I need to educate myself on that then.
Yeah, if they're going through the legal asylum process, well, then it seems like we couldn't really say that they're undocumented immigrants. Secondly, like, I mean, I don't think that we should refer to people as illegals, because I don't refer to like me and you as legals. I think that's kind of like yeah, you could just like say undocumented immigrants.
I do like that. Not to be honest with you, I'll probably switch to that as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then in terms of Ukraine funding, the reason why we're defending Ukraine is because we signed the Budapest Memorandum. So we signed an agreement with Ukraine, and actually even Russia signed this agreement that if Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons, that we would defend them. So like that's seemingly what we're just following up with in terms of Ukraine.
When was that signed?
1984.
Yeah, I mean, what else was signed right before Putin went into Russia? Or I mean, Ukraine.
Or you mean in terms of the agreement? Are you trying to reference some agreement with Ukraine?
Like, in your opinion, was there anything we did that agitated this?
No, actually, I don't think so. I think
like
that's I think that's actually Russian misinformation. Not saying you were engaging. I'm just saying that like it's Russian misinformation that they claim that like the West is the provocateur. They're claiming there's a few claims from the Kremlin. They claim one that there's like Nazis in Ukraine that they're trying to get rid of, which is not been verified to be true.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Yeah, I haven't seen any
evidence to indicate that. Yeah. And then two, they claimed that like Ukraine was going to join NATO, which there was actually no indication from the U.S. or NATO that Ukraine was going to join prior to the invasion at all. And if their concern was that like NATO was going to be on the border,
not a good enough excuse, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a good enough excuse.
Ukraine did want to join NATO. I don't think we had put in
didn't put any requests for them to join. Yeah. Secondly, like another thing to add on top of that I typically use to respond to people is that they say they don't want like NATO on their doorstep. Well, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia on the border of NATO, on the border of Russia, joined NATO in the early 2000s. Yet that didn't provoke any type of war or conflict in that same type of manner.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with you that, you know, from my understanding, and I may need to do more research that had to do with missile bases, but like I said, I would need to drum up that whether that's true or misinformation. You may know more about that than I do.
I actually haven't seen any claims to indicate that Russia invaded Ukraine because of missile bases, but I would obviously be willing to accept it if there was evidence.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why? Can I ask you why some of your main views against Trump?
Yeah, so Donald Trump was held civilly liable of forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will, unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people. He's been on countless shows bragging about walking into the changing rooms of teenage girls in Miss Teen USA because he quote unquote owns the place to inspect them, which I think is screwed up. There was 18-year-olds at the time that came out about the event that said that there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old, where Donald Trump would barge in without their consent, and some of the employees would tell them to fawn all over Donald Trump because he likes that. So there's like pressure from like employees to like literally like fawn over him amongst teenagers, where he was walking into their changing rooms without their consent. He also said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. His policy led to like working.
I'd say we stop on that end, because I mean Biden. I have to go do a little bit more research. I don't know about the Teen USA competitions, the allegations there. I do know the first lady you mentioned. I mean, what I remember, I may have to go read up on her again. She was, in my opinion, some of the things I heard, I mean, none of it seemed right. Mentally unstable, maybe. I don't want to use slurs. It didn't seem genuine, and I may have to go back and research it. I would never want to take that from a woman, because that's their right. They should be listened to every time. But did you not think that Biden had any weird tendencies of touching things said? I mean, there's plenty of things that he said.
Yeah, there were reports of Joe Biden inappropriately like hugging people for like too long, right, or being too close physically to like specifically women within government.
Which that's not an argument either to say just
which is obviously something that we don't like, right? Now it's not to the same nature of Donald Trump, right? It's like just like him growing up in like a culture where he was like more like hugging of people, like that's how they greet people differently. So which obviously something he needs to learn about, because he needs to know how to like respect space of other people and boundaries of other people in terms of their physical space, whereas like the norms of society in the past didn't have that. So and then like next like Donald Trump was like SA, so it's like not even comparable in terms of those respects. So like I couldn't even compare the two, because it's like hugging for too long versus SA, I just think isn't anywhere near the same level of bad. But
I agree.
Kamala Harris didn't do any of those things. So even if we were to reference those things, Kamala Harris didn't do a single one of those things. And then also like in terms of E. Jean Carroll, like I don't think there was any evidence to indicate that she was like mentally unstable. The psychiatrist verified her trauma. There were 9 jurors that unanimously determined that she was sexually assaulted by Donald Trump, forcibly penetrated against her will. So like I think that that's a credible story. I typically accept the determination of juries. So unless there's like really clear evidence indicating against what the jury says, I typically accept a jury, especially if it's a unanimous decision.
What was he convicted of?
Sexual abuse, which is forceful penetration of her vagina against her will. The reason why it wasn't considered the reason why it wasn't considered rape under civil law, particularly in New York at that time, is because it wasn't utilizing a male member. Well, they couldn't determine it was a male member. It was either fingers or a male member. So because they couldn't determine whether or not it was fingers or a male member, right, it was marked under sexual abuse, even though we would agree any forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will is rape.
Any forced penetration, period.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. I mean, I can't remember the exact video I had watched to argue the facts on that.
And then also, I mean, something that maybe you might be able to reference is that Donald Trump pardoned people who pled guilty and admitted to violently assaulting police officers on January 6th. Specifically, DJ Rodriguez was pardoned by Donald Trump, who drove a stun gun into the neck of a police officer, where you can hear the police officer screaming in agony. There were also multiple police officers that took their lives after these events because of the trauma that they went through. So like I would say that like pardoning the people who literally led towards the trauma and death of multiple officers because of them taking their own lives due to the trauma, I think is like something that we like obviously shouldn't support. Alana, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't support that either. I find it hard to believe people would kill themselves after that. But
you have to say unalive. You can't really say that, but yeah.
What did you say? Committed suicide?
Oh, I didn't say that either. I said unalive themselves, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I don't remember that. Okay, well, I wasn't aware of that. Do you believe Trump's a racist?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything to support that or any reasoning why? And I mean, this may be a debate to me. I've always tried to be open, regardless of if it's my view or the other side. I want to see somebody else's perspective and or facts. I mean, I love facts.
Yeah, so in the 70s, he didn't rent to black people. The Central Park Five, who were exonerated based upon DNA evidence, he said should have received the death penalty even after they were exonerated based upon DNA evidence. He popularized the birth movement, saying that Barack Obama was born in Kenya with no sufficient evidence just because he's black, even though there's literally a birth certificate of him born in the United States. He said that immigrants were eating cats and dogs, Haitian immigrants were eating cats and dogs with no evidence just because there was a video of someone who was black eating.
No, the day he said that, well, at least 2 people had just been arrested in Dayton, Ohio, which is a city right next to the city I'm in, for that exact thing. Should he have talked about that? In my opinion, no. Did it just happen that day? Yes. Haitians.
Those
if you want to be exact.
No, they weren't Haitian.
Yes.
Actually, what you're referencing is people from Canton, Ohio, right? That specifically
Dayton, Ohio.
It was Canton.
Not Canton.
It was Canton.
The one I'm talking about is in Dayton because I'm right next to it.
I would love to see what you saw in Dayton. What I'm referencing is in Canton, Ohio, where it was just because it was one lady specifically who was black, who wasn't Haitian, that Trump assumed that she was Haitian because she's black, and then said that immigrants were eating cats and dogs. Okay, which led to a greater level of violence targeted towards the Haitian community. Okay. Tania, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. So I think that's a really big issue. By the way, I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app. You have to see me in order for me to be able to hear you. In the meantime, everyone on YouTube, to make sure to like the stream, everyone. We're almost at 1,600 likes. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes, everyone. We have 2,400 people. So if some of y'all just like the stream, we can get up to 2K. Maybe today we'll try to get up to 4,000 likes, y'all, because that would be the highest we've ever gotten. By the way, I can't hear you, Richard. You're muted. Just letting you know. Everyone, do tap that screen on TikTok. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio. Plus, you can support me over Super Chat as well, everyone.
How about now?
I hear you now.
I apologize. I'm not on this app very often.
You're good. Don't worry.
What about? I mean, to me, it doesn't even really matter to say Biden has pictures with the KKK leaders, stuff like that. I would agree with you. I mean, we'll say even if there was a few cases of somebody eating a cat, it doesn't need to be talked about. It doesn't even need to be brought up, let alone targeted in a specific culture.
Did you know that Donald Trump's dad was literally arrested at a KKK rally, along with the fact that Donald Trump specifically had lunch with Nick Fuentes, who's a known white supremacist?
Wasn't his dad's picture an AI deepfake?
No, he was arrested at a KKK rally.
I'll have to go back and look in that because I thought last time I had looked into that was fake news.
No, nope.
If you say it wasn't,
just look up Donald Trump's dad arrested at KKK rally.
Can you link it?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you a title. I can't link it, but I can tell you a title. Would you like that?
Sure. I mean, you can just send it to me privately. It's for my own reasons.
Yeah, just what's it called? Look up the Washington Post. Look up Donald Trump's father was arrested twice. Maisie, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much.
I switch back and forth on screens. If you want to continue on your talking points, feel free to.
Yeah, for sure. I'll talk to someone else while you do that. All right. In the meantime, everyone, keep tapping that screen, keep sharing. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes again. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Linktree in the bio. Plus, you can support me over Super Chat, everyone. If you are on YouTube, one of the best places to support me is Super Chat. But I just appreciate that y'all are here, everyone. Appreciate that y'all are here. If you ever want to find a way to support me, everyone, obviously you can always support me by watching my YouTube videos, y'all. I put so much work into my YouTube videos off stream. So do make sure to go check those out, everyone. It's Parker Get a Job on YouTube, y'all. The YouTube channel is Parker Get a Job on YouTube. You can also look me up in my link tree in my bio. Click on the bio of this account I'm on right now and go to the YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19. I
Did you vote
fucking
for
love
Donald
you,
Trump?
dude. You're a sick
Appreciate
ass dude. I love you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Please only send a guest request if you did vote for Donald Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I just turned 19.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did. And this was my
Janine,
first
thank you
time
for the chat with
voting.
you. Thank you.
I was thrilled.
So why did you vote for Donald Trump?
Multiple reasons, but first, I would just like to claim a lot of I've been watching you since you were on with Dean earlier, and I would just like to say, like, the part of the Democrats and the Republicans, okay, the biggest difference between them and why Donald Trump even won in the first place was because of, like, left and right, like, you know, that, like, whole politics law, right?
Like what specifically?
Like, being left is more like social, and then right is more like economics.
I don't know where you're getting this. I neither are. No. So I think that both, like, the better position is left wing, right? Like, I'm liberal socially and a liberal economically.
But see, I disagree with that though, because I don't think the liberals and Democrats don't do anything about that much, like, economically. They mostly focus on the social aspect of politics, and it's not a big world issue that we need to solve.
Okay, do you disagree with Kamala Harris's child tax credit?
I didn't do much research on that part,
That's an
but
economic policy. What about her housing tax credit?
I disagree with that, yeah.
What about it do you disagree with?
I disagree with the fact that like, the Democratic Party has been saying many things about the economics that they want to do, and it sounds great. It all sounds great because they want people to vote for them, but they never actually follow up on that.
What's the tax credit for housing development that she was advocating for?
I actually don't know. I apologize. I could search that up right now, though.
JDL, thank you for the $7 Canadian. Thank you. So if you don't know, then how can you say that you disagree with that?
Sorry, my earbuds. I could say I disagree with it because I know that they haven't done anything in the past with any of the housing crisis other than trying to lower the taxes, but being...
Really? Where do you think Section 8 comes from?
Pardon?
Where do you think Section 8 housing comes from? Democrats.
Wait,
voted for Section 8 housing for social policy like that. Where do you think the Affordable Care Act came from? Democrats. Where do you think Medicare came from? Medicaid, Social Security.
That was Republicans.
Which
and even
one?
if Trump
you think
in COVID, like COVID, when he was president in the COVID-19.
Why are people spamming your 16?
How does it say I'm 16?
Okay, well, I'm gonna kick them because they're spamming 16 in the chat. Where did y'all see that, y'all? Yeah, let's get this next person up here.
I'm still here if you want, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead. If you found anything, you can talk about that if you'd like.
What I've got is on USA Today. They found the claims partly false, it says, based on their own research. And I'll read it word for word. News reports from the day show Fred Trump was detained at a KKK rally in 1927, but there's no evidence that Trump's father was a member, supporter, or a supporter of the KKK. Posts that discuss simply the detention for which there are no existing arrest records without context are misleading, which I'm sure at the time in those days, of course, they wanted a Trump name in the news. He's, at the time, I'm pretty sure a pretty rich guy, right?
So he was detained at a KKK rally?
Yeah, no arrests, no context, which...
I mean, I can send you a Washington Post article that indicates otherwise. Bite the bullet, thank you for $10. I don't know why.
USA Today.
One, he was there. Two, or even if you accept that he was detained, but I have this from the Washington Post. That he was arrested at a KKK rally. It says 1927.
Mm-hmm. Is there any quotes or, any...
like from it?
Actual other than them saying it. Yeah. Like, do they have the paper itself? Do they have a link to the paper? Do they have the arrest record? Do you see it on USA Today, what I was just reading?
I haven't seen that specifically, no.
Okay.
I mean, there's another Washington Post article.
Mm-hmm. Is Washington Post the only thing you use?
I was just giving examples. Washington Post is fine. Do you not accept that?
I'm not saying I don't. I like to check multiple verified sources.
Would you like me to like provide another one?
Well, I'd like to see the paper itself. That's facts to me, not a journalist.
I can, if you look at the article that I just referenced, you can find it.
Okay, I'll go to Washington Post.
Okay.
1 second. Like the article in the newspaper in 1927 is what I'm talking about. Do you understand?
Wait.
I'm not trying to say, neither one of us, I guess, could officially say, but I always try to find, not somebody's opinion. I try to find the fact of what happened.
Wait, so do you agree at least that he was literally at the rally?
Yeah, I would say obviously he was at the rally.
Okay.
And potentially he was
a
supporter as well.
Dude, I'm thinking that
I would say yes. I would say that's probably good enough, but in the same hand, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, I think any white man in that area that on the 90th percentile in that year was at the rally. Would you agree or disagree?
Is that supposed to justify the behavior? I don't even know if that's necessarily true in terms of numbers, but I don't even know if that's necessarily true in terms of numbers, but even if that is true, does that justify or excuse the behavior?
It absolutely does not justify, but I'll tell you right now, my great grandpa's racist because of the time period he came from.
Not every grandparent is racist. They can actually unlearn that. They can literally be taught differently.
I don't disagree with you, but does that mean that makes me racist because my great grandparent was?
I never made that claim.
I understand you didn't, but why is it matter about Trump then?
Well, I was just giving an example of something, right?
Okay,
if you want to,
okay.
I already referenced plenty of things that Donald Trump did that were racist, and you didn't respond to any of those things.
Well, I'm sorry. Go back to him.
Yeah, we talked about how he literally popularized the birther movement. We talked about how he literally said that the Central Park Five should have been executed, even though they were exonerated based on DNA evidence. We can talk about how he did rent to black people in the 1970s. We can talk about how he literally said that Kamala Harris turned black, indicating that she wasn't black prior.
In what context do you say she turned black?
I'm pretty sure this at the. I don't know if this was at the debate or an interview, but he said that she turned black.
Yeah, he does say some dumb shit. But what in the definition of racism, like, so you would put him you would classify him as a racist?
Yes.
Okay.
He's never changed his behavior. He's never acknowledged it. He's never educated himself or educated other people against.
Well, I mean, he has acknowledged it multiple times.
Really?
He's denied it. He's
denied it. Denied
yeah,
what?
that he's not a racist.
Yeah, he just says, I'm the least racist person in this room. The least racist person. No one's ever seen someone who's as little racist as I am. That's what he says. Like, dude, he's not actually engaging in, like, disputing it. He's just kind of, like, saying he's not racist. A lot of racists deny being racist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you right now, I've never come across a racist that denies it. Most racists are so ignorant and proud that they wear it as a.
You have never met a racist that has denied it. That's kind of
has
wild.
not denied it. Or yeah, that's denied it. What race? I mean, racists that I've met are ignorant people. They have no shame in being racist.
There are plenty of people I've talked to on this live who are MAGA supporters who are racist, who do not admit that they're racist.
I see. I understand what you're saying. I guess I'm talking about real.
Do you think people can be misogynistic without admitting that they're misogynistic?
Yeah, I think they could be ignorant to it. Yeah. I would agree. I would definitely agree. What about, say, what do you think of the funding cuts Trump's doing right now?
I think that they're a kick in the bucket. Like a small little pebble. You got flagged for misinformation, brother.
What did I say?
No clue. You don't think of it too Australian. Trust me, hey, bro. Good conversation, though. I appreciate you were more genuine. But yeah, I gotta go on to the next person. I don't want to get banned. But what's it called? Just letting everyone know, I'm banned on every single one of my accounts right now. Every single one. I'm on Matt's account right now because I'm banned on every single one. If you want to see me when I go live every single time, get notifications every single time I go live, make sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. Look up Parker Get a Job on YouTube. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link trees in the bio, everyone. As well as you can support me over Super Chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Why'd you do that?
I'll answer the same way that probably most of your people do, and then you're going to try and roast him. But I just think more than anything, he's serious about getting things done. I think he's a good negotiator. But I guess my question is that you're probably going to cite him being racist from whatever it was in the 80s, his apartment dealings, where he allegedly banned black people or whatever that scenario was. But what's your
It's not
argument
allegedly,
today?
he did. What's my argument today? My argument today is that one, he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing women. Two, his policies negatively impact the middle class. They increase taxes on low and middle income individuals, and they decrease taxes on people who are rich. Three, is the waste, fraud, and abuse. He's
No,
wasteful, signed off on more debt related spending.
No, I said, why do you
been
think
held
he's
civilly
racist today?
Oh, okay. Well, because he said that Kamala Harris turned black, right, indicating that she wasn't black prior. He specifically said that Haitian migrants are eating cats and dogs with no evidence, which caused a greater level of violence targeted towards the Haitian community in the United States, which he didn't argue against, particularly when he literally just assumed that they were Haitian because they're black, and it was someone from Canton, Ohio, which was the U.S.-born citizen. The Muslim ban, right?
Yeah, he just said that the migrants are eating the cats and the dogs. I don't think he actually said Haitians in that statement at all. And then on top of it, in all fairness,
so he wasn't referencing Haitian migrants.
Say that again. I'm sorry, couldn't hear you.
So are you claiming he wasn't referencing Haitian migrants?
He was referencing migrants. I mean, we have migrants from all over the world in the country right now.
Do you think he was referencing Haitian migrants?
I don't know. But regardless, he was referencing somebody that wasn't supposed to be here. It doesn't matter what their race was. It was a statement that had been corroborated by citizens. Wasn't corroborated by officials, but it was corroborated by citizens.
Can you show me out?
Really, you think I've got that just pulled up? I don't just sit here and look things up. Like,
I'll give you time to go look it up.
And then regarding Kamala, in all fairness, she does use.
So no, you're not going to look it up?
No, because no one's going to sit here and all people are going to do is say, you don't have proof, so you're going to have to look it up, and then they're going to say he doesn't know what he's talking about. This is a gaslighting game. I'm not stupid.
I'm not gaslighting for asking you for a source. Like, I'm just asking you for evidence of your claim being true. How's that gaslighting?
Okay.
I don't know what you're laughing at.
Because I don't know the John Smith or the Jane Doe that made the statement, but I read it.
Well, you can just go look it up. I'm giving you time to go do that right now. Why don't you go do that? I'm giving you time. Rad, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
I'm not going to sit here and go look it up. But the other question I have is, whenever you guys say that Elon Musk is doing things he shouldn't, he posts contract receipts online for everybody to see. So is that something you disagree with, or what? I'm just curious what your thoughts are.
What I disagree with is him, who has multiple conflicts of interest, companies in which he competes with, having contracts with the federal government, being regulated by the federal government, and his business being regulated by the federal government, clearly has conflicts of interest. Appreciate that, Mustache. Thank you so much. So if he has conflicts of interest, I don't think that he should be the one determining what's waste, fraud, and abuse, especially when he was selected by the guy who is the person who has done waste, fraud, and abuse throughout their whole life.
So the Biden administration signed that agreement or that contract where, I don't know if it was $100 million or $200 million for armored vehicles. He canceled that and he withdrew himself from it. So what else is your other conflict? I mean, besides the fact that he can send rockets into space better than NASA can?
Again, I told you, the businesses that he competes with have contracts with the federal government that are being regulated by the federal government, along with specifically him, right? Having contracts, particularly with the federal government. You don't think having contracts, right, with the federal government, having agencies that regulate your company, right, working through the federal government and having agencies that regulate other companies and right are going to do contracts with your competitors are at all going to be conflicts of interest that are relevant towards him demonstrating what's waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government?
You don't think Democratic leaders on both sides, Congress, elected officials on both sides, Republicans or Democrats, insider trading on the stock market is a conflict of interest?
What Democrat is insider trading?
Nancy Pelosi.
Can you give me any evidence?
There's a guy on Twitter that has a page and he posts Democrat and Republican trades.
Wait, no, I just want like
of companies that they purchased.
You know, insider trading is currently illegal, right?
So are you assuming a Democratic elected official has never done anything illegal?
I'm not claiming that. I'm just saying that, right? You don't know any of the evidence indicating that. You just look at Twitter, right? And
No,
the claim about
that is public. That's public information.
The claim about Nancy Pelosi. I just want to let you know. Again, I'm going to ask you the question: if you do have evidence that she's insider trading, why don't Republicans in Congress hold her accountable?
Because they're doing it too. That's the whole point I made from the beginning. I don't know why you didn't hear me.
I
said they're both doing it.
So all Republicans and Democrats in Congress are insider trading?
No, I said people on both sides are.
Who?
And you know that I said that, so don't try and gaslight that.
Can you name one other Democrat?
One other Democrat that's doing it, Chuck Schumer and Adam Schiff.
Okay. So your three Democrats that you reference, Adam Schiff, I don't know why you'd reference Adam Schiff. I'm not like saying like he's in the good side, along with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. Can you give me evidence Chuck Schumer is?
Does it like kick me off or like what do I do?
I won't be able to hear you. All right. Well, let's get him. Get up another person while he looks this up. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gaslighting a lot because I'm asking him for evidence. You know, I should stop the gaslighting. Jesse, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. I know, right? Danielle, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, what's up? How old are you? Maisie, thank you for the $10. Thank you.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yep.
Okay. Why'd you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, if he comes back with his source, do you want him to talk or you want me to just keep? How do you want to do it if he starts talking?
You can go.
All right. I just want to say I think it's hilarious. I said this to Dean earlier. How much time you guys spent campaigning for Harris just for her to lose? It's the funniest thing to me. And watching you, are you going to get up here the next 4 years and cry about it, or what?
Yeah, I'm going to keep talking about politics. What makes you so mad that I'm up here talking about politics? You understand?
I'm laughing. I'm laughing. I'm not mad at all. I think it's funny.
Well, Alex, I just want to let you know, you sound like pretty mad that like I do this on a daily basis.
I'm laughing. I think
and it sounds like you're trying to project that onto me because you're assuming that like I particularly can change the results of the election myself. I obviously am doing things that I think influences the country, but I don't think that I'm able by myself to like cause the Democrats to lose. Could you? So you're saying that like I'm convincing less people than I am turning over to the other side?
I never said that. I said I think it's funny how much time you guys spent just for Harris to lose. Obviously, I know that you're not going to, not one person singularly has.
But you understand, like my work was still like doing something, right? Like people are going to have.
You work really hard at what you do. I never.
Yeah, and like it's still going to lead towards positive impacts. It's going to be positive compared to what it would have been if I didn't do it.
It's just funny how much time you guys spent.
How is that funny?
Because it's funny how much time you guys spent and how much you guys cared about this just for Harris to lose.
Why is that funny?
What do you mean, why is it funny?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Why?
Because you guys devoted your entire life to going on TikTok and doing lives about Donald Trump, and you guys literally can't go a single day without saying the words Donald Trump. And it's hilarious. Like how much this man, it's hilarious how much y'all think, it's hilarious how much y'all think about this man.
You mean like
y'all
politics?
literally, no, Donald Trump. You can't go a day without saying the word Donald Trump. Literally not a single day.
That's like going into like a programmer's like area and being like, dude, you can't go a day without talking about code.
It's whatever. It's whatever you're comparing it to, it doesn't change the fact that
This
you
is
talk
like going
about
up to a
literally every day.
politician. This is like going up to a politician, being like, you can't go a day without mentioning policy.
I mean,
This
if
is
you're
like
a
going up
politician,
to
go
it.
get
This
a,
is
go
like
get a
going
real
up
politician
to.
job. Go
This is
get a
like,
real politician job.
you don't think I have a real job?
I mean, if the thing between a real job is if
Hey,
you're
Alex,
working a real
Alex, I have a
job,
question. If I don't have a real job, can you thank Alex for the $1,000 on Venmo? Can you thank Alex, the
just
person that
because
has
you
the
get.
same fucking name as you, for the $1,000 on Venmo? Can you thank
You
them
want to
for
let
the
me
$1,000
finish?
right now?
You want to let me finish or what?
Can we get some W's for Alex in the comment section for the fucking $1,000? Holy
W's for
shit.
Alex. There we go.
Thank you, Alex. Can we get some thank yous for Alex? Alex?
Thank you, Alex. There we go.
W's. Let's fucking
Everyone.
go. Alex, Jesus Christ. I thought that wasn't real when I saw it. I was like, dude,
It
is
was
that a
me.
request?
What if it was me?
It wasn't you.
I know, but that would be pretty.
I know for a
that would be
fact it
pretty
wasn't
crazy.
you.
I know. So what if it was?
That's interesting. Interesting, right? But Alex, you said banned or not, you are loved. Can we get some fucking W's for Alex in the comment section? That is actually unfathomable. Like, I'm actually serious. That is unfathomable. My response can't even like thank you enough for that. That's like actually fucking insane. Literally everyone spam fucking W's for Alex in the comment section. That is fucking unbelievable. That is actually unbelievable. I'm literally going insane on the inside. Actually, like, W's for Alex right now in the chat. Thank you. Holy fuck, that's insane. Sorry, you can go for it, Alex.
You want me to finish?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go and work somewhere and let's say, sorry, I can hear what you just said, sorry.
Nothing. I was mouthing something. Go ahead.
Oh, so let's say that and by the way, just so you know, I'm not saying, like, none of this is personal attacks towards you. You're a smart guy. I'm just saying, let's use Walmart, for example. If you go work an hour at Walmart and they don't pay you, that's illegal. If you go up on here and go on live for an hour and no one pays you, that's not illegal.
Alex, that's true for anyone who's self-employed. Does that mean they don't have real jobs?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, someone who's a who does haircuts, who's like a haircut specialist. I for some reason can't think of the name. Like someone who works at a hair salon. They might not get paid because someone might not book a particular time for them to cut their hair, like a hairstylist. Sorry, my brain. I'm sorry, y'all. Barber, hairstylist. I'm like, my brain's not working. Sorry, like the $1,000 from Alex actually made me go crazy. My brain's not even functioning. But you agree that they might not be booked, yet they still have a job, right?
Say that again.
They might not be booked, but yeah, they still have a job.
Is it commission or hourly?
It's based on whether or not they get someone that literally pays them money for cutting their hair. It's not hourly wage.
If you work at a hair salon, cleaning the hair salon is part of it.
And think of the $5.
You have to open it. You have to clean it. You have to clean the materials. Like, there's more that goes into than just cutting the hair.
I never said there wasn't.
I know,
I just said they make their money based upon the people that buy like the cutting of the hair.
I understand, right? But I'm saying, so if you work at hourly rate, I know, but I'm saying it could be, let's say, right, a person cuts hair, right? And you're right. Yes, they make the majority of their money based off cutting hair. I'm sure some of them still get paid for cleaning up, sweeping, and all that.
Yeah, that by like getting paid by the people who pay. Like, here, I'll give you a different example. Maybe this isn't making sense to you, right?
Well, no,
like here, let me give you a specific example. Okay.
Okay.
Like a plastic surgeon. Okay.
Yep.
You go to a plastic surgeon, you pay them for the procedure. You're paying them for that procedure, right? When they don't get a scheduled procedure, do they get paid?
No, but there's a lot more that goes into it.
I'm not saying there isn't, right? You agree that they don't get paid even though they don't have like something set up on a specific day, or because they don't have something set up on a specific day, but they still have a job, right?
Okay, you know what? You're right. It's not. No one can come up here and say it's not a real job. I just think it's. I think it's kind of pathetic sitting up here behind a screen all day.
Well, you can say what all you want, Alex. Right? I don't care if you think it's pathetic. Every day, I'm happy to do what I do. I think that I do good for the world, and I'm able to make money to sustain myself and the people that I care about. That's what I care about. If you don't like what I do, you can sit there and you can complain all you want. That's your issue. That's not my issue. I still have a job. I still provide for my family. I still do what I love. and I do things that I find purpose in doing. Percy Cap.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
I have a question.
I'm just saying what my opinion is. It's fine.
Yeah, but why is that? Okay, so cool.
Huh?
What do you do for work?
Huh?
What do you do for work?
Sales.
I don't think that's a real job, dude. I think that's so cringe that you do sales, dude. You make your money off of getting that by commission from other people on stuff that you sell them.
That's fine. I mean, exactly. See, it's my point. I mean, you can think that, and I can think what I think.
You're just like grifting people for money. Like they could have just bought that without
exactly.
you.
See,
Caleb, think of the $5.
You can say it to me, right? It's the same thing. It's why do I care what you think of my job? See, I mean, I just use your own logic. Like, I mean, I don't know what you expected me to say. Like, you just said
my logic. I just don't
like you just said the exact same thing.
You didn't use my logic. I used your logic.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Amelia, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Vivian, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Jesse, thank you for the $1. And James, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Juliet, thank you for the $5. Again, fucking W's in the chat for Alex. Holy shit, W's in the chat for Alex. That's so insane. Not the evil Alex on the line.
Wait, are you saying that all sales jobs are commission, by the way? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you make money off of commission, right? Off of this.
No, I'm saying, do you think all jobs that entail sales is just commission?
Probably not, but most are, right?
Sure, most are, but a lot of them, a lot of them are hourly and commission.
Tina, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much.
But you realize that, right?
Okay, so then do you want to that's still commission, right?
Not just commission.
I never said it was just commission.
I mean, you said, oh, you make all your money off commission.
Alex, do you want to name a Donald Trump policy that you like?
I can name plenty of them. I think Dakota has something to say, though.
Go ahead. No, I want you to name it, and then Dakota can speak.
And I already know what you're going to say. You're going to say, it's not an actual policy. I like what he's doing with the illegal immigrants. I like the mass deportation.
Still haven't heard a policy.
Okay,
his policy is a closed border. It's closing the border is the policy.
Wait, but let me ask you something.
Why couldn't Biden have done that?
Okay, this might be the dumbest question ever. I thought this dude's name was Parker, not Matt.
My name is Parker.
Oh, okay.
The reason why it says Matt right now is because every single one of my accounts are banned, and I'm on my friend Matt's. No reasoning. I tried to ask TikTok; they won't specify what the ban was for, other than safety and civility. Even though
did you appeal it?
Yeah, appeal not approved.
Dude,
and then I contacted TikTok, and what TikTok responded with, I either think it's an AI response because I really don't understand why they would ban me, right?
Well, do you think it was someone that was on your live?
Not specified. I don't think so. Because
it would go to them. Oh, okay.
They would just ban them, right? They wouldn't ban me. But apparently I'm getting banned for safety and civility, which is insane.
Really?
Yeah. Because the ban that I had in app says sexual exploitation and gender-based violence, and then when you ask TikTok, they say safety and civility, and then I asked them to specify specifically what, and they got mad when we asked to specify.
Yeah, it's how you know it's some bullshit. But, I mean, at least you got other accounts to do this on.
Yeah, well, my friend, and then also every single day I'm live on YouTube. But yeah,
okay, so what was I going to say? You asked me for a specific policy. Why can't I talk about something that Trump's doing that I like? Like, what's the difference?
Well, when you say mass deportation, that's a goal of a policy. That's not a policy in of itself.
You know what I mean, though.
That would lead to
right, but you know what I mean by saying that. Like, I'm saying.
Which mass deportation policy? And James, think of the $1 because actually
that's what I mean.
Oh, I just know.
What if I word it this way? Okay, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
The only people I want to deport are people who have committed violent crimes or bad crimes. Okay. If you are in the country and you're undocumented, here for a better life, you have not committed a violent crime or a bad crime, we should give you a pathway to citizenship.
Did you see the gold card he just came out with?
The what?
The gold card idea?
Yeah. I think that's cringe.
Why is it cringe?
Because we can just make it so people can come to the country who have less money too.
It would pay off. I mean, it would help pay off our national debt.
Are you saying immigration is good?
Say that again.
No Republican says immigration is bad.
Yeah,
no Republican you'll find says that.
Wait, hold on.
That's just not true. That's just not true. I talk to Republicans all the time that think that immigration is bad.
Okay, I will say Dakota Parker, there is plenty of Republicans that do think immigration is bad. I don't personally. I think immigration is a great thing. I think illegal immigration is bad, but I don't think saying that all immigration, like that's just unfair to say immigration's bad. So like Parker does have a point when he says he talks to people like
Yeah,
Republicans all day.
what's undocumented? What undocumented immigration is bad?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say. I just said people. I think that they should just do it the legal way. That's like I don't necessarily think it's this.
Yeah, I
awful
think that's
thing.
the stance of 95% of Republicans is
Well,
they
think
are
about it this way.
pro-immigration as long as people are vetted and they do it the proper way. And people that did come in the proper way are pissed off at the people that do not come in the proper way, and that's also an overwhelming consensus.
Okay, so what we're not understanding here is that in terms of like the policy of how we treat people who are trying to come to the country, if you are deporting people, right, that are trying to come to the country where it takes 5 to 10 years to get in this country on average, 5 to 10, right? That is just going to harm people who are here genuinely for a better life, and it's not good for the economy, right? It's not good for any reason specifically. There's no good reason to deport people who are here for a good life. Okay, literally none. So tell me one economically related reason to do so.
Oh, I mean, I pretty much side on that. I mean, the only thing you could argue against that would be is that there's already people that need jobs in America. But then again, at the same time, the Americans that aren't working, generally speaking, don't feel like working because of
That's not even
probably
it. Immigrants don't take jobs. Immigrants create jobs, right? Because they add to the economy in the same way that me and you add to the economy. Not only are they adding supply, but they're also adding demand. When they add demand, that creates an incentive for businesses to create more jobs to supply for that demand. So, like immigration doesn't actually.
yeah, that's an
feel like
abstract
jobs.
way of looking at it, but I see your point. But again, I guess my point is the overwhelming majority. You can always find an outlier, right? That's why it's called a bell curve in statistics. So, like for example, you're not going to find a whole bunch of 12-year-olds that died from COVID, but you will find a few outliers. And so no one's saying that every Republican believes this or every Democrat believes this. But I think that's what you guys push a lot is you do that. Oh, so you're saying this, you're saying this, you're saying this, where two things can be true at one time. And so that's where I think a lot of the arguments you make are unfair in that sense.
What argument is unfair specifically? Like you're like I don't know what you're talking in particular.
You just said, oh, so Republicans believe in immigration. Republicans believe in immigration. Most Republicans are fine with immigration.
Well, no, what I will say, Dakota, I think Parker thought that I was saying that, and he was just clarifying. Like, I don't like,
Yeah.
maybe he does think that. I mean, Parker probably does think most Republicans. I mean, I don't know what he thinks, but I think in that context,
Here's my point.
He was.
Why
real
is
quick?
Sorry, go ahead.
I just think what Parker's main point in that was, I don't think he was saying, oh, all Republicans hate immigration. I think he was just asking me, like, oh, are you saying that you hate immigration? Correct me if I'm wrong, Parker. Okay.
Well, his response was, are you saying Republicans believe in immigration? He wasn't saying, do you believe in it? So Republicans is a general term to encompass all.
I'm saying that in contrast to his position.
Wait, so you just brought up that immigrants create jobs. Do you not think that gold card would create more jobs?
I do think that it would create more jobs. What you're not understanding, though, is that I think that allowing for more immigration on top of the gold card would create even more jobs. If you're arguing that the gold card would create jobs, how is that different from any other form of immigration? That means one would create jobs, but the other one wouldn't.
Wait, I never said that. I never was saying that it doesn't create jobs in the first place. I never said that.
Here's my point: is the reason why people are against undocumented immigrants being in the country who have not committed bad crimes or violent crimes is not economically related one, right?
I think it is
economically related.
It's not, though.
Do you want to know my reason, Parker?
There's no good economic reason, but go for it. Is it culture?
I don't necessarily think it's. Sorry, go ahead.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'll be quick. No, I don't think it's anything based off of culture. I think it's something based off of that we have millions of Americans in this country that are living in poverty, and we can't somehow, between Democrats and Republicans, figure out a way to take care of the people that are already struggling. So we have no reason letting in 20 million people that didn't come from here out of sympathy.
Oh, here's the issue.
Until we can fix our problems. I don't have a problem with immigration.
Here's
Can I say why? Can I say what I think?
Before you do, I have a response to that. Right? What you're not understanding is that immigrants help us. It's not us helping the immigrants or us taking care of the immigrants. Immigrants are going to take care of us. The
So
reason why
you
I
think
say
they went
that,
out of
let me
their
explain
way
why.
to flee
Let me
their
explain.
countries to come here to help us?
Yes. The reason why I think that's true is hold up. Can I please explain?
Yeah, sure.
So the reason why I think that's true is because immigrants, on average, when they come to the country, they have a higher labor force participation rate, meaning that they're going to pay more into our system compared to the average U.S. citizen, which will help us pay for things like Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Because our population will decline in the long run because we don't have a high enough fertility rate. So immigration is a way that we can subsidize, right, population increase until we can fix the fertility problem. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's talking about, do you understand the amount of immigrants, mainly illegal immigrants that are undocumented, as you guys like to say, that are working jobs that business owners like farmers, contractors, construction are paying them cash and they're not reporting anything? I live in the South, and that I would tell you right now, I grew up in it. That's an overwhelming majority of the undocumented population. They only get paid cash, and that's all they'll accept.
Okay,
And
so
that's fine. And most of those people are good people. I'm not denying that they're not good people. They're there to help their families. But at the end of the day, I think a huge portion are actually not contributing to the system other than providing the labor that you're talking about.
It's not just that. So undocumented immigrants pay over $95 billion a year in taxes. And the point that I'm bringing up with that is that that's way more than what they would receive in any federal funding, right? Along with, because they don't qualify for it. Hold up before you do. Along with the fact that if you allowed for undocumented immigrants to have a pathway to citizenship, not only would they pay more in taxes because they would be identified, right, particularly through the context of income from a legal status, meaning that they would make more money. So they'd pay more taxes on the money that they make. Plus they would qualify for other types of income tax that they currently aren't paying right now. Does that make sense? So if you want undocumented immigrants to pay more, you want us to know who they are, and that's your biggest issue, then you would actually give them a pathway to citizenship.
I agree with that.
Also, another thing that I learned yesterday that I think is really good is that we should only deport people on the condition that if they've committed a violent crime, right, or deport people who are violent criminals, only deport them on the condition that the country that we deport them to will put them in jail.
Parker, can I say
we don't
something
want
real
someone
quick?
reoffending and then trying to come back. Right?
Can I say
Once we
something
just
real
deport
quick?
them back.
Well, I think that's the purpose of Gitmo. But anyways, go ahead, Alex.
Parker's probably going to laugh at me. Just putting that out there. You're probably going to laugh. I just wanted to say something. I'm sorry for being a dick when I joined. You didn't do anything wrong. I was being an asshole. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that.
So,
I'm not gonna laugh at you. I'm not gonna joke at that. I think that takes a lot of guts to say that.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you'd think I was like joking or not. But I am. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry for being an asshole.
Hey, bro. There are points in my life where I'm the same way, right? Like I'll think back on it and be like, dude, I shouldn't have acted the way that I did. We're all people. We're all human beings. We do that. It takes a lot of maturity to admit that in front of so many people, though.
W Alex in the chat. W Alex.
You didn't do anything wrong, and I. It's unfair to say, oh, get a better job. Like it's stupid. I'm sorry, that was ignorant. It's you work just as hard as people with high paying job. Like it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's the same shit.
W Alex.
No,
I agree with Parker. It takes a lot of courage.
It does. Everyone takes the $5. Maddie think of it too. Sorry.
Shows emotional maturity. Also, Dakota, I do want to point out that in your, I wasn't here for part of this conversation, but we literally don't have enough native-born American workers to work every single job. So it's not like undocumented people are just taking jobs that Americans don't want. It's literally that they're taking all jobs because there's not enough native-born people. So if you start like mass deporting people, it'll thrust us into a major recession, and Americans will start losing jobs because businesses will have to close.
And I'm not trying to be one of those people that are naming that source, but what says that? Because I'm not so sure that that's true, because we've gone decades and decades without this.
Let me explain.
So why all of a sudden?
Okay, let me explain. So you have a high labor force, right? You deport.
I have an economics degree. I get what you guys are saying. So
yeah, so if you deport the labor force, you reduce the productive capacity of the economy.
Right, but do you know how many able-bodied Americans can work and choose not to?
I can. No,
that's like a lot.
No, that's if you have an economics. I'm more than happy to source you like multiple papers on this, but again, like on a very basic level, right? How many unemployed people are in America right now? Meaning people who are part of the labor force looking for work and cannot find it. That would be 7.
I think total only like half of Americans actually work.
Okay, you're right. Well, that's why the labor participation rate. A lot of
labor participation is different than people that are able and choosing.
Yeah, no. There's not like half of Americans who are able and choosing not to work, right? Our labor participation rate has remained relatively. I mean, it's decreased slightly, but it's remained relatively the same for the last 10 years, right? The reason that the labor participation rate is 68% is because, again, we have a massively aging population. So most people who are not a part of the labor, everyone who's not a part of the labor force cannot work. They cannot work mainly because they're retired. So again, if we know economics, during COVID 2020, boomers started retiring at a rate of 2 to 1 compared to the average new worker. Right now, unemployed people total 7.1 million. Open jobs in the United States right now total 7.7 million, roughly. So it's about a 600,000 job difference. If every single American who's looking for a job right now got employed, there would still be, this person's a troll, there would still be 600,000 open jobs. And there's tons of, I sourced a really good paper on this that I can pull up again about just talking about how most economists would agree the reason the United States has one of the strongest economies in the world right now, one of the core reasons we recovered from COVID the fastest is because of a lot of immigration, both documented and undocumented, because our declining labor force, because we don't have enough people, being born, is starting to really put a strain on things. And then we kind of started to avoid that problem or push it back because of a lot of the immigration.
Can I respond real quick to that? So the declining population in America, I believe that's more of a recent issue in the sense of maybe the past 10 to 15 years. Yeah. Those people are not, the 10 and 15-year-old children are not looking for jobs anyway. And then you say that there's a gap of 600,000 jobs. Well, we've got 20 million people that have come into this country over the last 4 years. So $600,000 jobs, dude. In reality, that's a drop in the bucket. We can fill 600,000 jobs.
20 million is not true.
Yeah,
20 million people did not immigrate into the United States.
And again,
do you think every they were able to? I'm sorry you're shaking your head, but I rarely speak.
No, it's
every time I do speak, then you shake your head.
I do because it's
I don't even speak that
that.
often.
What was that first part you said right before? What did you say at first?
It was the declining population.
Yeah, that didn't even make any sense. What did you just say? 10 to 15-year-olds aren't working anyway? What?
My question is when did declining population start currently impacting the workforce?
Like in the last decade. You're correct.
Okay, that's my point.
I'm not saying anything because I don't want to interrupt, but I'm just letting y'all know I still want to be in here. I know I'm not saying much, but.
No, you're good.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
In the last 10 years. So again, boomers in 2020, so last 5 years, started retiring at a rate of 2 to 1 compared to the average new person entering the workforce. So our population is becoming much older and is full of retirees, and not as many people are entering the labor force. And again, the immigration that we have had has been the core reason, I would argue, or one of the core reasons that we've recovered from COVID the fastest. It's cited in every economic paper ever. And again, and furthermore, the idea that you just said, 20 million people have immigrated here, so 600,000 jobs. Jesus fucking Christ! Not only is it not 20 million, but again, can we use our heads a little bit? You're counting so many people in that. You're counting children. You're counting people who again cannot be a part of the labor force. You're counting, you're counting again, people who can be a part of the labor force but are at home taking care of children and their husband is working. So it's just a boneheaded if you have an economics degree, bro, I should go get a fucking degree in aerospace engineering. What are we talking about here?
Hey, you may be a good one. Yeah, but you say you're saying, oh, you said children. I'm talking about everybody that is planning on coming to this country or has come into this country and plans on staying. I'm not talking about the active labor force participation today. I'm talking that there have been roughly 20 million people that have come over here.
Where's this 20 million number coming from?
Yeah, where are you seeing that from?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
y'all are good at
y'all are good at getting that.
Y'all are good at Googling while you still speak, but I'm not that great of a multitasker.
that's fine.
Oh,
That's
no.
fine.
Go
You're-
look
yeah,
it
you're
up.
being-
We'll talk to Alex in the meantime. Don't worry.
You're being respectful. I'm kind of being a douche. My bad, bro. Had a long day.
It's
Fine,
all good,
Chris.
bro.
It's fine.
That's my bad. It's a long day. I traveled all fucking day. I just sat down. I'm like, I'm hot. Alex, what's up, bro?
really
Talk
did.
to us.
I wanted to talk about one thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna get like, I don't want y'all to get like restricted or anything. It's not like bad. I don't know how to word it because I don't want to say it and then get y'all like flagged or anything like that.
Is it a drug name?
No. It's key people competing in sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Dean doesn't typically allow that because it does ban. My response, I can just give you my response and I'll say it in a way in which won't get us banned.
Okay.
So yeah, like my response to this is essentially after multiple years of HRT, right? The distinction isn't enough to say that it's like unfair, right? And there's less than 10 trans people in the NCAA. So like I don't think it's like a huge issue that people need to address because it's like harming women in women's sports, right? Typically trans people, right, compete within these sports.
And which, just for the record,
And
this
it's
isn't
not,
about
like, unfair.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
go ahead. I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm done.
And just for the record, this isn't about like I have no problem with gay people like at all. It's not about like that. It's just I think, and just let me know what you think about this. And I guess same with Chris if you can still hear me. But I don't think like I just think it's weird because you're not going to see like a biological woman stepping into like an octagon for like a boxing fight or something like that. I think it's a lot easier for a biological man to go beat a biological woman at something. And it's not even a woman's
Alex,
fault.
Have you seen Ronda Rousey?
No, I have, and I'm not saying like there isn't certain examples. Like there is.
Ronda Rousey,
there's bell curves.
Ronda Rousey would
outliers.
fuck every single one of us up on this live right now. Absolutely dog walk us.
Right. No, and you're not wrong about that. And I'm not saying that there isn't like certain examples, but I would say generally like speaking, right? And I'd say generally speaking, right? It's a lot like men. It's not even women's fault. It's just men are naturally stronger. I think.
Again, yeah, I'm not disputing that. On average, men typically are stronger. What we're not taking into account is that trans women typically have gone under either multiple years of HRT and or didn't go through a male puberty. So if those are true, well, then they wouldn't have any unfair biological advantages that would like harm cis women. And secondly, like, here's my point. Do you think trans people who are not as good as the typical cis woman should be allowed to play?
Say it again.
Do you think that trans women who are not as good as the typical cis woman should be allowed to play?
Do I think trans? So like, sorry, it's kind of confusing. So like a biological male going to a female?
They're biologically male. They're a trans woman. So they're a woman, biologically male, right? Should they be allowed to play if they are not as good as the typical cis woman?
I think if you're arguing for it in general, it's not fair to say, oh, well, if you're not good, it's fine. But if you are good, you shouldn't be allowed. Like, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to say to the people that are good that they can't, but if you're not good, you can. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just either one answer. Like, I don't think, if a trans person is not good at all and they come in last all the time, like, I don't think it's fair to say, oh, well, that person can compete, but this person that comes in first place all the time can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's fair to say one.
Well, I think if you suck as a man performing at something, so then you use that as an advantage to compete with women or vice versa. Regardless, compete with the sex you were assigned with at birth. You don't get to swap. Period.
So the argument that you're making is that people should be restricted in playing in these sports because they are more skillful on average because of biology. And I gave you as an example where that's not true, yet there's a particular trans person who is going to play, and yet you guys are still saying that they shouldn't be allowed. So it's seemingly not about the level of skill or unfair biological advantages. It's about the fact that they're trans.
No,
it's about emotion.
It's the unbiological advantages. It's not about the fact that they're.
It's about biological advantages. Well, then that's not true in the sense in which there would be multiple years of HRT and or they didn't go through a male puberty. right?
Okay,
And if
but
those
can
things
I
are true, then they should be allowed to play, right? Because they don't have any unfair biological advantages.
can I bring up something? So you
Sure.
brought up Ronda Rousey, right?
Like he said that there aren't any like women
No,
going.
I'm a woman now, and just right away go into that sport and be just and have an unfair advantage towards them.
But
Well,
again,
I want. Go ahead. Actually,
sorry, I was just gonna say quickly, like I just don't. This is like slightly not really moving the topic, but again, like I just don't. I can't fathom the idea of like an argument coming from a place of like, oh, if this is unfair, if LeBron James transitioned, or if a get an advantage. It's like, dude, people who are like it's already obviously like a very hard thing to go through, and you're probably opening up to people who aren't going to like be supportive of it. So there's not like, it doesn't exist people who are transitioning just to like, because they want to like go win in sports, right? These are people who are making decisions because they want to be happy. And furthermore, like in that, like, as Parker said, like when in that context, there's more sexual assault allegations in the Trump White House than there are trans athletes in all of NCAA. So like, I just feel like this is a consistent issue that the right uses, not only like demonize people, but to just take a lot, to focus people elsewhere as they like, thrust us into fascism and do super corrupt shit. But I don't know. I find it very like, I find it kind of distasteful that like we're suggesting that like it's possible that people are transitioning just because they want to go like win sports. I think people who do that are like very courageous and just want to be happy.
Could I respond?
Yeah.
But before you do, I just want to say like people aren't going to go through multiple years of HRT just to win in sports.
That's what I'm saying. And again, like I understand like the conversation around like the people who have transitioned and want to compete with sports. I'm just saying.
No, I understand.
Just the framing of the argument.
First of all, if this flags y'all, I'm sorry if this like gets y'all in trouble or anything like that. So that's not what my goal is. But
no, you're good.
I just know how TikTok gets weird with this stuff. But what you said, Chris, it's not like, it's a good point, right? But like, I think that like you could, and I don't know how to say this without sounding, because I don't have a problem with trans people at all. I don't at all. That's their decision. Like me, right, as a biological male, like, and just a person, right, to have no, like, I mean, I can have an opinion, but I shouldn't have, like, it's not a right or wrong thing. It's what they want to do, right? So, but my whole thing is like, there could be people that are doing it just to get an advantage. And I'm not saying that is like like Parker and Chris are right. Like majority of people aren't doing that. I just think it could be a setup for people to do that is all I'm saying. That's really all I'm saying.
Okay, I mean the point that I would say is then appreciate is that like there's not a single example where you'd point to someone who decided to go through multiple years of HRT just to win a game. Like seriously, like there are so much in our society stigmatization against trans people, right? And
Yeah.
I think that it demeans what a lot of people who are trans go through when we kind of say this, because it doesn't acknowledge trans people who literally are stigmatized against being trans, right? So like it kind of just like erodes the idea that like they go through like hate or transphobia when we say that like, oh, someone can just like decide to portray themselves as trans as if it wouldn't negatively impact them to do so.
Right.
Like literally socially, like people socially would like literally stigmatize them for being trans. Right. And that's likely something that someone wouldn't want to go through. There are plenty of trans people that don't want to go through the bigotry that they face for being trans. Right. And that's why plenty of trans people might hide that they're trans from people. Right. And plenty of circumstances for huge portions of their life.
Where, if you don't mind me asking, you guys don't have to answer. What, Parker and Chris?
Oh, you just cut out.
What state
Yo,
do y'all
thank you.
live in? Parker and
I
Chris?
live in California. I grew up in Iowa though.
nice.
And then Caitlin, think of the $5.
I was born and raised in Georgia. I've lived.
Oh, that's
there.
where I'm at. That's where I'm at now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was like born in Atlanta, but I went to Kennesaw State for.
Oh, really? Kennesaw?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's where a bunch of my friends go.
Yeah. So, but I took a break from school, so I haven't graduated from there yet. And then I moved to Chicago like fucking 7 weeks ago. So I literally, it's like the first time I've ever moved out of Georgia. I'm in Atlanta.
It's probably cold as shit up there.
It's so cold. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, back in Atlanta now for a few days. But I'll.
What, like Atlanta, or like Sandy Springs, or like Buckhead?
Yeah, I'm around the Kennesaw area right now, north of the city.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'll definitely like end up moving back here permanently at some point in my life because like I want to be invested in politics here, and Georgia's like my life.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, dude. It's y'all work hard at what you do.
Thanks, man.
I know, I appreciate that. I don't mean to cut anyone off, but Brittany, thank you so much for the
who said they go
$150. Brittany, thank you so much for the $150 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. They said thank you for what you do, Parker. I need videos from you to send to my brainwashed family members. There's smart but an echo chamber, something that is targeted at helping these people. Absolutely, yeah. I totally see you there. Like I was thinking of, I used to actually make educational based content. I might start doing more of that on YouTube, or I might turn my second or third account into something that does that type of content.
Yeah,
Angela, thank you for the $10.
Massive W's in the chat. It's crazy.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Yeah, huge W's from Brady. Also, Ape God, I go to KSU all caps hootie hoo, brother. I'm certainly going to graduate from there. I'll be around. I'll probably be around campus tomorrow. Honestly, go check it out. I miss KSU, man. But yeah, W's in the chat. But if you see me around KSU, say what's up. Hootie hoo.
So, Parker, were you born in California, Parker?
I grew up in Iowa.
Oh, nice. What part? Are you like LA or what?
I live in LA now, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he lives like on top of the hills, Beverly Hills, next to all this ledge.
No, I don't.
This may be like a stupid, and y'all can, if y'all want to get onto some more debates and stuff, I understand because I know I'm probably wasting a bunch of like stupid time. But do y'all like? This is a stupid question, but do y'all hang out a lot or like not really, like in person?
Yeah, I mean like I think like we certainly do when we can. Like Harry and I are like,
there's like physical limitations because we're on the complete other sides of the U.S.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, whenever we can, we see each other. Like, yeah, we hang off live. Like,
yeah,
we'll,
I saw Parker in Chicago. I saw Parker in Chicago like recently. We talk pretty often.
a few weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, about a month ago.
Harry, it's like Harry's on the East Coast, so it can be like like easier. Harry and I have been like best friends, but yeah, it's just like it's like people always ask about like how often we talk, and we all talk like decently often. But honestly, it's also like we're always all on different schedules, live, like super busy. So sometimes it's just like, well, like someone will hop on live, be like, oh, Parker, this. I'm like, bro, I haven't talked to that dude in like a week. I got to give that man a phone call. Like, at least not privately. Like, obviously we're talking on live, but then like, we're all just like super busy. We're on the grind, So it could be good. Like when Parker came to Chicago, Charles really had a good time in Chi-Town.
That was fun.
Chi-Town.
Someone posted a video. One of y'all got like a tattoo.
Yeah,
I know, dude. I know that. I have one. I know that.
I can't hear you, by the way.
Here, let me actually show the live. It's actually sick.
Well,
so sick.
Can Chris hear me?
It's like still got the red.
No, he can't.
Chris, can you hear me?
He has to put in the earphones. He can hear you now.
Can you hear me, Chris?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What I was gonna say is, I know that shit hurt like a bitch. The ribs hurt.
It actually didn't. Oddly enough, like everyone was like telling me they're like, "Yo, first tattoo is." It really wasn't bad. Like it really wasn't.
Yeah. The stomach and chest has been the worst.
Really? Yeah. The ribs wasn't bad. I did get a tattoo. Twitter kind of blew up because it's democracy dies in darkness. It's a political tattoo. It's a phrase originally coined by Bob Woodward, the investigative journalist who I really like around like government transparency. And this is like the only thing I care enough about to put on my body. I want to like remember why I started doing it. So
it's your body.
Democracy dies in darkness. Probably my one and only tattoo because politics will be my whole life. And like I said, like when things get hard, I want to be able to remember like why I started doing this. A lot of people see it as like the Washington Post tagline because it is, but like that's not what it was originally coined. It was originally coined by Woodward. So yeah.
If someone gave you $1 million, would you get Parker's face tattooed on your back? Like a live portrait.
$1 million?
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
$1
even
million.
I don't
$1
even
million
love y'all's
cash.
views. And if somebody gave me $1 million cash, I'd get your shit tattooed on my back.
Wait. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, I have a few questions about this proposition. How big is this back tattoo?
Like, dude, your entire back, and it's like
Oh
a very,
god! Wait,
it's
is
a
this a million?
realistic.
Is this $1 million pre-tax or after
No,
tax?
after,
After tax.
$1 million.
and it's cash. It's
He
cash.
asked,
Gross
is it
tax.
pre-tax or after
Gross
tax?
tax.
Hey, these are all important questions. Wait, my last question: am I allowed to like try at some point to remove it? Like,
No. Like once you get it, you have to. Like,
dude,
you
I
keep
don't
it.
think I'm gonna be honest, and people might hate me, but I don't think I think I'd have to say no, dude. I know like $1 million is a lot, like that's a lot of money, but dude, you're talking about like your entire back the rest of your life, dude. I don't
And
know.
it's like it's realistic too. Like he has the headphones and everything.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't know if I could do that, bro. That's like, yo, Lucky Bags, thank you so much, brother.
What about five? What about five?
I would do it. I would do it for 5 million for sure.
You would get okay, but if you had to pick between what are the other two guys' name and Chris?
It's Harry and Dean.
Dean, Harry, or Chris?
Yeah, whose would you get?
I'm indifferent.
Come on, Parker. Be like, you're supposed to be like, I really want Chris's name.
Yeah, you know what? I really want Chris's. You know,
that's it. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
So you would do it? I would do that
Parker.
for 5 million.
I think
for sure.
5 years started a discussion, but you know, some people in the chat are agreeing with me, dude. Like, listen, obviously, like $1 million fucking dollars would be insanely life changing, but like, I don't know, dude. That's some shit on my back.
Think
the rest
about it
of my
though.
life.
It's after tax.
Well, that is an important distinction. I want to point out. It's important
Someone said in the chat
If
they
you
would
could
do it
put
for
it-
free. That's crazy.
If you could put it in a Roth, that'd be fantastic.
What'd you say, Dakota?
I said if you could put it in a Roth and let it grow for 20
That's
years,
what- that's
tax free,
true. I mean, yeah,
earnings free, that'd be fantastic.
I thought honestly, I
That's
mean,
true.
totally honest. I heard something completely different. Maybe that was just me.
I didn't. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, what's it called? Is there anything else y'all want to add before we go into the next version real quick?
Yeah. I was gonna say, thanks for letting me up here. This was cool, and like I said, Parker, I was an asshole to you, and you didn't deserve that. So
No, you're fine. Don't worry. I don't. mind.
Alex, you're a cool dude, bro. Appreciate you a lot, man.
But like I said, it's y'all work hard at what you do, and yeah, thanks for having me up here, dude. I'll let you guys go and debate someone else, but yeah, I don't ever want to discredit y'all for that. Y'all work really hard at what you do, and I think it's cool, man. So like I said, I don't agree with y'all politically, but that doesn't mean that y'all aren't good people. So y'all seem cool.
Cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. Seriously.
Appreciate y'all. Yo, W for admitting that. W for admitting that. That's huge.
Alex, wait, hold up, Parker. Oh, too bright in this bitch.
I feel you.
Oh.
So we're 4 hours on the
I'm on
YouTube
big screen
stream.
now.
We could do. I was thinking of what's called. You down to play Fort later?
I don't have my PlayStation.
Bro,
I'm so sorry. No.
Let me see if Dean is.
I'm
at
a
least,
fucking bum, dude. I'm a bum.
Let me see if Dean's at least.
I should have.
on.
I should have fucking brought my. Oh, that was a mistake. Why didn't you fucking remind me?
I should have, huh?
Yeah, you're a bum.
Wait, what? Why you don't? Why don't you have a PlayStation?
It's in Chicago.
Are you in Georgia?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
And you don't have a PS4 or PS5?
No.
You don't have a PC?
No, I mean, I have my Mac. Yeah, you want me to fuck? I don't want to play that.
Yeah, you better
Yeah,
plug
dude.
in that Mac. You better plug
dude,
that Mac
Jesus
in, bro.
Christ. Dude, this kid Parker is so fucking sweaty, bro. This kid's a sweat. I could go buy it. You should Venmo me, and so I can get a PlayStation while we're here.
I low key need to get a PlayStation myself so that I can play y'all in NCAA. You cut off your mic.
Sorry, you need to go to PlayStation so I don't have to fucking play you on fucking PC like every fucking time.
Yeah, I
dude.
can just plug in a controller, dude.
You know what I should do while I'm here? I should just fucking go. I should like build a fucking PC like tomorrow and then just fucking boot that bitch up. Go fucking cop some.
Why haven't you got a PC yet? Yeah, I think you should probably have.
Because I run everything off this fucking.
I think you
M3
should.
Max.
I think you should get a PC. It's really worth it.
Well, it's you're a loser. So.
I think Mac is really good for like traveling. It's really good to have that for traveling, but like I think it's also good to have a PC. You know.
That's true. How would I get
Also,
if I?
Yes, we will join Harry. Everyone. Yeah, we will.
If Harry's live?
Yeah, we're gonna join him.
Oh my god, bro! Everyone's always we'll join Sisson. Everyone's always so fucking. Everyone's moving around, bro.
Yeah, we have more people than him right now. We got to go tell everyone to go over to him.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Also, for the people, 4.2 thousand people, some of y'all should join my YouTube. Like, we have about 2,000 people over on YouTube right now.
God damn, boy, pull your pants down. That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, go make sure to go to my YouTube channel. If you're on my YouTube right now, make sure to like the stream if you haven't already. We're almost at 2,000 likes, y'all.
Dude,
Harris, thank you for the $2.
What am I doing?
Actually,
you know what's crazy?
I'll talk to you off stream. We can talk about that, and I'll get you on it.
Yeah, because I bet I actually think I can go live on. I could like connect my shit. I got all the stuff for it. So
we can talk about this after, and I can tell you about how to do all that stuff. But yeah, everyone, go over to Harry's live right now. We're gonna be on Harry's live. Chris and I are gonna join. I'll be on my Parker Needs a Job account, everyone, because I can join as a guest on that one.
Yay!
Love y'all. See y'all. Join Harry J. Sisson. Good seeing you, bro. Harry J. Sisson, love y'all.